Episode 373. Take one. Yes. I did it.
Good clap, Michelle.
Yep.
Hi. All right.
Oh,
Head itches.
Dry scalp.
I don't know, maybe.
You need to get some of that dry scalp shampoo.
Do you know, like, when you get a really good itch in the back of your head, or somewhere on your head?
Don't even talk to me about itches on my head, because I just had a bout of dermatillomania or whatever it is. It took about 6 months to clear up.
What does that mean? You did not tell me
Scab
this.
attacks.
Wait, my itch
I
is
would
really
love to pick them.
Wait, what? You have that problem?
It's a mental health.
I thought it was a
thing.
derma.
OCD.
I thought it was a derma health.
Derma/OCD.
And so it's scabs.
Picking and a ripping and a tearing and a ripping, jamming and a bleeding from the back of my head. But nobody knew my secret.
I didn't know.
Except for Dana, my hairdresser.
Sick.
Although we've never talked about it. We just quietly.
Oh, see, you went in there and never. I would be like, sorry, there's a huge scab on the back of my head. You didn't alert her of that.
I wanted to see what she said. I was testing her as a stylist.
Did she say anything?
And she passed the test of pretending like she didn't see anything. And I said, "You've got a client for life." Not to her, but in my head, my scabbed head.
I love how your test is not saying anything. Whereas other people would be like, is she going to recommend something?
Right.
Or look out for me. No.
Michelle's like, no, we're going to ignore it.
We're going to play the silent
This
game.
one's on her own.
This one's Michelle.
Mm-hmm. Passed the test with flying colors.
Gross.
I'm not proud of it, but it's cleared up.
I'm not
thank God.
judging, but it's just a little gross.
It's a thing. And I didn't realize it was a thing until I was at a friend's lake house and I noticed the girlfriend of the gentleman that was also visiting at the same lake house was picking a scab on the back of her head.
Oh.
And I saw the
And did you
bloody
approach
bullet
her?
hole. No. And I thought to myself, I'm not alone. Yeah.
Welcome, everyone, to Cozy Conversations.
What are you having for lunch? I'm having
A milkshake.
Frosted Flakes.
Sick. I'm going to throw up. With that being said,
Yeah,
though,
let's talk about
welcome
what
to
we're-
Cozy Conversations. That's Michelle's derma mental health issues.
Yeah.
I'm doing okay. I don't have any mental health struggles at the moment. They're actually
cleared up. Like my
for
itchy scalp.
for now.
Yeah.
But we've been kicking off these amazingly cozy episodes with what we've been drinking. My stomach's growling, so I'm really needing to take a few sips of my kachava. So this is, let me tell you how I came across this little milkshake. Okay. Well, it's a powder, you guys. Let's be real. It's a supplement powder. I don't usually go after these, but
it's the new year. So we're all trying potions and powders.
New year, new me.
What's on your docket for powders
I am
this year?
obsessed.
It's vanilla flavored.
Yes.
Which is not what I usually go for.
What do you usually go for?
Chocolate and peanut butter, always.
I love a good vanilla flavor. Now, here's the thing. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with that. I got it because Whole Foods is at this moment having their supplement sale. So I go and I get all my vitamins and whatever, my lotions and potions. And then I came across Kachava.
So you just stumbled upon it.
I literally walked.
You didn't
past
hear
it.
about it.
No one.
and
I didn't
I'm
hear.
gonna get
No, nothing. I didn't see it on social. I saw it in person. I'm going analog. I'm seeing things in life, in real life. And it said the whole body meal. But the reason why that actually appealed to me is because on certain days I don't get the opportunity to like sit and have a lunch.
Same.
So I'm like, honestly, this kind of is speaking my language.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just kept going. All-in-one nutrition shake, optimal blend of superfoods, proteins, essential vitamins, minerals, greens, probiotics, prebiotic fiber, adaptogens, antioxidants, omegas, MCTs, digestive enzymes, 25 grams of plant protein, 26 minerals and vitamins, 6 grams of fiber, 85 plus superfoods, etc. It's all organic.
Can you read all of the things that it
Dude,
supports?
there's
On the right.
With nutrients that support your energy, heart, digestion, joints, bones, muscles, weight, hair, mind. I'm going to put mind/brain, skin, nails, immune system.
And with nails, that brings me to what I'm caring less about.
dummy.
And hopefully
Wait, you're
this
liking it though.
will help clearly because
This is unsponsored. We're
This
literally
is-
trying it and
yeah,
letting
and
you guys
sharing
know if
it
we like
with you.
But it's good. And I did eat a whole, like I drank one of them a few days ago and I was satiated
and craving another one.
and I wanted another one. Like,
That's
yes,
a good sign.
It's really yummy. And I did check and it's like a pretty clean product. All of the ingredients, all you see is organic potato, organic tomato, camu, maca root, and then you got like freaking lion's mane, which I love when I see like
little
mushroom
mushroom
stuff
action.
like that. So
Good for the
listen,
brain.
for right
Give it a
now,
whirl.
I'm on Kachava.
Tastes good. You know what? I always laugh
And I
about
love the name.
Kachava.
What does Kachava mean?
Kachava. That could be like our jingle for when they sponsor us.
Yeah, I hope
You
they
know?
do because I'm here to celebrate and support them.
This one is good. Now, I would remember in the days when we were getting like green powders sent to us.
I can't.
Literally like
vomit
anybody that's
inducing.
like, this is so good. Liar. Fucking
Disgusting.
liar. Doesn't taste
like
good.
just eat your kale.
Eat
I'd rather
your kale.
And by the way, like I was looking into this and then I was looking at like the benefits of the necessity of like chewing food, like how necessary that is. But I just wanted to give you guys a little cultural lesson here at Cozy Conversations that in Australia, this would be called a milkshake because it's flavored, cashew milk. A milkshake in the United States is a
Ice cream.
milkshake. Yeah, like ice cream. It's a thick,
so like a
thicker.
milkshake in Australia would be like,
A milkshake
chocolate-
is flavored milk.
okay,
A thick shake in Australia is
ice cream.
is the American version of a milkshake.
Because a thick shake is actually a milkshake has milk.
And a thick shake
Has-
is thick.
Got it.
Isn't that interesting?
It is. It is.
Mhm.
Different strokes for different folks, I have to say.
Tell us more about what you're caring less about this week.
Well, Lauren, it's that time of year when it's time for me to stop caring about my no chip manicure because I had a solid couple 2-3 months of consistent no chips.
Okay.
Holidays, feeling jazzy,
Yeah.
liking to look good. But my fingernails they're officially as thin as a piece of tissue paper.
Gross.
So it's time.
Were your scabs on your head thicker or thinner?
100% thicker. 100% thicker.
So grossed out.
And so much more satisfying to rip off than a nail.
Did you have to put Neosporin on it?
I've thought about this a million times. I don't know how I haven't succumbed to some sort of
cellulitis?
blood infection with
Cellulitis?
my picking.
Gotta be careful. Honestly.
I think that I am superhuman.
Yeah, you were like, have you ever gotten COVID? Well, you didn't test, but like, remember, like
I
you're
know
like,
I did test a couple
but
of
you've
times,
never,
but I never
you
tested
don't-
positive.
You've never,
Just like I've
known-
never had a positive pregnancy test. I just don't test
Wait,
well.
what do you
never
mean you've
have,
never had a
will.
positive pregnancy test?
I've had one positive pregnancy.
Okay, so
and
you've
that-
had one positive pregnancy.
No, but nobody ever, all of the times that Ryan and I tried to make a baby, they were all negativo.
But you had twins.
Yes, because the doctor told me I was
Oh,
pregnant.
you never like took, okay, so you're,
No, because when you go through infertility, they tell you do
Yeah.
not take a test.
why do they tell you that?
I don't know.
To not
false
get your hopes up,
positive
yeah.
or something. But truly, I am not a great test taker, and
In all different
in all fashions,
realms and-
it continues on through today.
pregnancy.
So yeah, I'm caring less about my no chip. We'll see how long this caring less lasts because if you and I are showcasing our kachava,
Yeah,
and I
you
need
gotta
to
be
have my
careful.
manicures buttoned up. But until then, I'm going regular weekly manicure, and that's about all I'm caring about. Otherwise,
and
could give two
manicure,
shits.
just like getting your
Just like
getting your buff, your nude mani.
Yeah, my baby nail, as Sarah Jessica Parker calls it.
Okay, bravo.
Thank
I'm
you.
definitely caring
You
all about my nails.
always
so
care about those.
That will
I
never
get it.
go. By.
That's-
I mean, I probably should stop, but I don't.
You and I are
Not simpatico there.
two different folks.
Two peas,
in
different
a
peas
different pod.
in one pod.
Yep.
That's what I like
Something
to say.
like that.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you what I could care less about.
I'm here to listen. Okay.
It's award season.
It
Okay,
is.
so we had the Critics' Choice Awards.
Did you watch?
No, I just did glimpses. I really mostly just tune into Golden Globes and Oscars.
I'm watching the Golden Globes.
Oh, I worship this time of year, and I could care less about people that poo-poo it. I don't give a
Mm.
fuck what you have to say about it. Oh, they're just, privileged.
Actors.
So
Who cares?
what?
Who
What do
cares
you
what they're
care?
wearing?
This is my simple
You like it.
joy.
Fair enough.
And I could care less if you think that we shouldn't be celebrating
Yeah. Who
them.
cares about those fucking assholes' opinions of what you like?
Because there's so much, I once asked someone, we were at a random birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
And that night of the birthday party was the Golden Globes. And I got like a whooping for bringing up the Golden Globes. I was like, oh, you guys gonna watch the Golden Globes? And they're like, oh, you watched those people? And I was like, I'm just trying to, you weren't taught, I was just trying to bring up light conversation. I guess I went into heavy territory. I was being friendly. Eat me. Eat my butt.
Does that person have any idea what you or your husband do for work,
Fun.
or fun
And
or-
work. But
like-
I've always been into it. Yeah, I guess it's just, there's a lot of just,
Mhm.
too many
Yeah.
opinions out there.
Who gives a shit what
You got
those
something to
assholes
say?
think?
Wow, you really went there.
I mean, I'm kind of biting my tongue, but I feel like if the Golden Globes people who make all the shit that they watch were saying stuff they liked, they'd be watching it.
That's a good point. Maybe it's not the films or kind of content or film that
Are
they're
they too-
into.
Is it because of the complexity of the films?
No, I just think listen, it's just different. They're not into it.
Got it.
It's different. Like you just said a few minutes ago on the last podcast, different strokes for different folks. It's just not their genres or types of films, maybe. I'm just enjoying the things that I enjoy.
And you don't need to apologize.
No, and I will not.
Don't. I won't stand
So yeah,
for
that's
it.
what I'm caring less about.
Love
Yeah, thanks,
it.
Michelle. Thanks for standing. You're not standing by it or for it or whatever.
I'm just here for you.
Appreciate that.
And I will be watching it as well.
Michelle, let's catch up. We were going to talk a little bit about your newly upset. Are you wearing newly right now?
I'm not, which is
Wow.
because I'm my third newly suitcase is coming. It's in transit as we speak. I am obsessed with this service.
Okay, can I tell you my biggest hang up with it?
Let's hear it.
Is if I love something and then I have to give it back.
You don't have to give it back. You can buy whatever you rent.
I understand. Okay, so you could buy it.
You can buy it.
Or can you extend your
Yes.
rent?
Yes, what it does is it just your monthly cycle just carries in. So like if you keep it an extra week, okay, and return it, like my eligibility for my newly recycles on every 6th of every month. I can keep it for as long as I want. I'm just going to it's just going to be a shorter time that I get a new box coming in. Do you follow what I'm saying?
I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
My other thought is that I did do Rent the Runway, and it was a huge fail.
I fucking hated Rent the Runway.
Hold on a second. PU.
And also, how many times are you going to allow that piece of trash garment to be recycled
Rented
in
and
your
worn?
system? Oh my God, my nose is so dry it didn't
Your boogers
unstick.
stuck together.
Wow.
PU.
No, that is not my experience with this service. And I have rented new arrivals. The majority of my things have come with tags on them. And I
never had that experience with Rent the Runway.
I don't know that hack was available. I don't
So
have
you're
any.
saying that's a brand new item is what you're saying.
Brand new, tags on, from Anthropology, from Free People, from high-end places.
Okay.
The things that I have rented that have been used, I have worn every single thing in my garment, in my boxes, with the exception of one pair of pants that were too big. So out of 12 things, one of them didn't work. Now I've just ordered my third round, and I also got a couple of bonus items. So
Okay.
you can get extra items. They cost $20 per item to add to your regular box. But Ryan got me a Newly gift card. And so I used some of that towards my extra pieces.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's an interesting concept. I'm not totally, I probably wouldn't sign up for it just yet. I love the outfits that you are getting from it though. Like that one tiger sweater
I
was
know.
killer. Like I would have bought that had
Returned
I
it.
got,
Because then I got that yellow like cable knit sweater. That was killer to me
See, I like the
too.
line one better.
Well, you know what?
Did you
I
buy
wasn't
the
Didn't ask for your opinion. Just asked for you to listen, which is the same thing I was doing to you with the Golden Globes.
Sisters are supposed to give
I
opinions.
know. We do. And we do. I'm just joshing with you.
I know you are. I love the idea though of this idea of like recycled clothing, borrowing, renting, giving back. I love vintage. But there is like, I will.
It does go against the sort of our
What?
what was the word we were using? Analog, because I'm like shopping online instead
Who
of.
cares about that?
But I fucking hate shopping.
Who cares? Care less. Who cares? You
Yeah,
hate shopping.
I hate shopping, and this is actually fun for me.
Yeah, no. What I was going to say about the vintage is the thing I do have a sensitivity to smells. Like,
Yeah.
well, this is what happened once. I was on.
That's ironic.
I know he thinks because you think I'm stinky, but I
Not
do
all the time.
But sometimes,
Just like after like a heavy garlic
garlic
intake
or a lot of yoga
BO.
classes.
Gross. Well, I mean, you know what? You get BO. If you were living in Italy.
Well, I'm not using like really strong deodorant. I just use men's natural deodorant, and that still
that doesn't work. But this is what I do.
He
I
gave me deodorant.
in your stocking.
It's
Is
not
a hint?
natural. That's high-powered shit.
It's not natural. It's regular,
I mean,
and it still doesn't work.
Listen, how about this? See, I find that in my, whether it's during my, like where I am in my cycle, I'm stinkier, or depending on
Hormones,
like
hormonal
my
stink.
hormonal
Stink is what
hormonal
we're
stink. It's a medical term. Look it up. You'll find it.
You got
But
any hormonal stink?
I don't wear deodorant. I don't.
But do you get stinky?
Unless I am like going to be sweating a lot, or it's like a hot summer night.
Okay,
what?
Donna Summers, but this is my problem.
What?
Wait, is because if you get stinky in a sweater like the one you're wearing, it permeates and it sticks.
I don't think I honestly,
I do.
I don't think I get that
Oh.
stinky. I mean, I think I have.
No,
Honestly,
I have.
my hair on my head has been stinkier than my armpits.
I have once or twice
You smelled my
or
hair.
thrice times passed by Michelle.
It's probably a bloody infection or something.
Honestly, people are going to probably stop listening to us after this episode. No, I'm
I'm
kidding.
just telling the
But
truth.
your head smelled. No,
From
it's
dirt.
No, it's from oil.
I get greasy hair.
Listen, here's the thing.
Let's hear it.
Remember over Christmas?
Let's hear it, Honest
over,
Dave.
No, over Christmas break. Honest Dave.
Do I remember? Did you
Over
tell me?
Christmas break,
You smelled
yes.
it.
No, I was in a cab. This is a different stink. I got into a cab, and let me tell
yeah.
you where I almost
Barfed.
opened the door on 290 and rolled my body out
Sick.
of it because it smelled so much like garlic. And I'm a
Oh.
fan of garlic. But this man, I think, was sucking on a garlic clove, and it was a degree outside,
nauseating.
and it was
You could
hot
breathe.
on the inside.
Nowhere
and
to
I
escape.
couldn't escape. And I literally was like, I had my scarf around my face. I was like mouth breathing. It was bad.
Lauren, that's like that English professor I had. I didn't have at Eastern, but people did. That's what it smelled like when you walked past
to the
his
room. No, gross.
You didn't have to walk in it. Just walk past it.
Yeah, that's too much.
It was nauseating.
Well, what I was going to say about the clothing situation is when you're shopping for vintage, or like when I did Rent the Runway, vintage clothes can have a scent.
Yes.
And there are certain vintage clothing shops that I go into that don't have that.
Well, it's like
there's
going in grandma's closet.
a little mothy. Like you go into some of these stores and you're like literally pew.
Yeah.
And I kind of can't even be in there. I just have to like go back to a different store. Or you walk into vintage stores and they're cleaning the products and like kind of diffuse whatever they're doing, like fumigating them, doing a great job so you don't smell it. But what happened is, and I know what triggered this smell sensitivity. Anthony and I were on our way to Whistler, Canada for after we got married to go skiing. It was such a cool trip. If you've never been, Whistler, Canada is a very cool place to go. And I was sitting in the middle and Anthony was sitting next to me, and there was a gentleman that sat down next to me, and right away I was admiring like his like 1990s. Do you remember that that jacket? The jacket in the 90s, it was like geometric colors.
Yes.
Right. It kind of like a windbreaker, but thicker. Like the
Was
winter,
it like a starter jacket?
kind of
like a bomber?
Kind of like a bomber, but like the geometric
Yeah.
neon colors,
Yes.
and he had it on. I was just kind of like enamored by it. I'm like, oh my God, that's really cool. But he didn't speak English really a lot. He spoke mostly French. I heard him talking, and so I kind of didn't make too much conversation, but I did like kind of nod at his jacket. But then we get up in the air and it got hot, and then he took his jacket off, which right away. What's the matter?
I was just going to peel a cuticle. It's fine. It's on the verge of bleeding.
Sick. The guy got a little hot, and you could tell what he was wearing was vintage. It was like from the 90s. But then he took it off, and underneath he had on what was probably a sweater from like 1978. And that was a flight that I'll never forget because I almost died of stink. And so that's where my sensitivity comes from, is that isolated incident.
The first time I ever noticed a sensitivity to stink was the first time I was in Italy as a 21-year-old in July. And I don't mean to
No, it's just different.
Point.
It's different. They don't
reeked of BO.
Where? On a train, you said, or a bus, or just in general?
Open air. Open air. I was like, what's that smell? Jen Marconi, longtime listener, longtime bestie, said she was like, welcome to Italia.
Yeah, amazing. Yep. I mean, I've had that experience there as well, for sure.
Now, but back in the day, I would have been very paranoid about that stuff. I'm finding now I just don't care. I'm like, if I stink,
sometimes I
sort
smell
of like
it. Sometimes I
problem.
smell it a couple times.
Smell me?
No, me.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
I'm like,
you like your brand?
I
Your
mean,
pit brand?
I guess. Yeah.
Sounds like your counterpart over here is maybe looking for a little bit more.
Anthony's so the opposite. Here's the deal. Anthony has no stink.
Neither does Ryan.
It's so weird.
Ryan has never smelled bad a day in his life.
Okay. Except for one time that Anthony and we were
I still don't know if that's true.
It is so true. We were on the bus going from Coachella, from the polo fields to our hotel. It was like a party bus, but it was like, they issued it. And we were leaving. I think we had seen the Gorillas. And we were like high on music and who knows what else. Really just excited. And I sat down and all of a sudden, like, Anthony like kind of put his arm up and I didn't really. Michelle, when I tell you, I said to him, I said, Anthony, there is someone on this bus who reeks so bad. I'm going to have to roll out of here. This is too much. And at one point, I think I saw him like
smells
going for a sniff and he looked at me. And I was like, you're the stink. And that was the really one, and we've known each other since 2007, maybe the one or two times he's ever had a stink.
That might have been like the 8 MDMA pills over
He's just sweating it out.
over 3 days.
The drugs were like, out of here, buddy, through his armpits.
My jaw was on the floor.
Oh, good God.
Honestly, nothing more unattractive. How I stayed with him while his jaw would dislocate.
Oh, I know.
What?
I know.
Why?
I know.
What? No.
Here,
Let's go to this tent. I was like, are you okay?
The heart sees what the heart wants to see.
Oh my God.
It sure did. Oh my God. Fun times though. God, those were the days. Can't do drugs like that anymore. No way. No, nothing's safe. I feel like, honestly, I know this is maybe a controversial topic, but like you really fuck around anymore because you don't want to find out.
Nope.
Seriously.
100%.
Lollapalooza, we don't really go anymore. Maybe we'll catch a show here and there, but I think they give out drug tests. I'm sorry, drug strips to make sure that if you are going to do a drug, you don't flatline.
That's so scary.
It is scary. The days are different now, man.
Yeah.
So from stink, drug use to winter survival tips?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It sounds like that's like the perfect segue, right? Makes sense. Right into it. Tell you what, you are known for those effortless, smooth segues. Just another example.
Very
of one.
cohesive to me.
Just really kind of meld it together perfectly.
So let's do this. So here's the deal. A few episodes ago, we talked about like trying to thrive and not just survive during the winter
Popular
time.
listen. People liked it.
It was because I mean, we know that people really struggle with it. And I fell upon this article from Time Magazine, offering expert tips on how to survive the winter. And I was like, okay, these are different. These are not like the ones that we usually talk about, like a candle and like, getting outside. There's a little bit more to it. So the title of this article is called Tips for Loving Winter from Experts in Cold Places. And this is based on, part of this article is based on a book called How to Winter by Carrie Leibowitz, who is a New Jersey native. She like lived on the Jersey Shore. So she grew up with beach life, sun and sand. But then she went to Tromsø. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but Tromsø, Norway, which we may not all have heard of it, but like you've probably seen a photo of it or heard about like how dark it gets over there. It's a very Arctic kind of location on the planet. And at one point during the year, the sun doesn't rise above the horizon for 2 months, and that 2 months is known as the polar night. But see, I want to go
honestly,
there.
why does that sound attractive
I
to me?
want to be like, Anthony, can we bring Luna and just go there just to experience it?
Yeah.
So, a fun fact, and not so fun, but in 2020, a 2024 American Psychiatric Association poll found that 41% of Americans say their mood definitely declines during the winter.
I have a fun fact.
Yeah.
My friend, who is one that struggles with winter blues and just dealing with it, I actually sent her this article yesterday because we were prepping for the pod.
Right on.
And she said, Michelle, oh my God, I read her book in
Oh.
an effort of trying to help. And I said, well, did it help? And she said, well, I feel like I've done every single thing that she's said, but I think I'm just going to have to wait to be fully happy until I move to that warmer climate.
Oh, no.
I'm like,
No. I mean, or move for real.
Or
so
move.
like you can thrive 100%, but maybe
Let's break it down.
Maybe we'll reinvigorate her again with some of the tips that were given in this article. So the first one was to make a winter bucket list.
I love
And I liked this one a lot because I've actually seen a few things that I've been really interested in. And one of the ones is ice skating through the woods in
that.
Wisconsin.
I know. Well, listen, I have snowmobiled through the woods of Wisconsin.
And that has to be amazing.
And it's absolutely one of the coolest things ever.
Yes.
But ice skating.
And it's like,
through
I think
the
they call it
woods?
ribbon skating.
Yes,
Because it's like
the ribbon rink here at Maggie
Yeah.
Daly Park.
Like,
except you're surrounded by pine
buildings.
trees.
Yes, exactly. Buildings here, pine trees
Yes.
there. It looks very like Nordic and amazing. Also happening on January 24th, and I believe this podcast is coming out on the 22nd. There's something called like Arctic Days happening here in Chicago. And maybe at Northerly Island.
Okay.
They're bringing in like dog sleds. They're getting pretty like
Into
Nordic.
it.
Yes. So that could be something you could pop on your bucket list if you're listening in time. Another bucket list that is kind of unique to something happening here in Chicago. I know it's pretty popular in Minnesota, and it's obviously very popular in the Scandinavian countries, is sauna and polar plunging. And what's cool here in Chicago now, or wherever you are listening, Google it. But I can tell you as a local here in Chicago, there are so many different opportunities to try the contrast. They call it like contrast therapy.
Okay.
One of my favorite places to go to is a place over in Fulton Market called East End, and it's a communal sauna and plunge experience. The bathtubs are you do them by yourself.
Do you
but
have
the
to be a
sauna-
member? Can you just
No,
pay a
you
day
could do
pass?
a day pass is 75 minutes is $35.
Oh.
And it's awesome. The sauna is beautiful. They put the water on, they add lemon balm or eucalyptus, and then it gets hot in there, and then you do your cold plunge.
Now, are you community sauna?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's
it's kind
super
of cool. There are other places in the city that have them where you like kind of rent a room, and
Yeah.
in the room you have your sauna and your tub. So like Anthony and I have done that as well. Cool experience. But there is something kind of cool about the communal aspect. And then also that we have here in Chicago are portable saunas that people will set up. There's different businesses, just Google it, set up on the lakefront so you can sauna and then cold plunge in the lake.
Super
Super
fun.
cool. So like those are really, I guess, kind of intense bucket lists. Those would kind of be my bucket lists, but there's so much. Like a winter bucket list is maybe have a winter book, like a book club, or grab your cookbook, like your baking cookbook, whatever, soups, and
Make
a
what are you gonna
recipe
make?
bucket list.
Yeah.
Do you have any winter bucket lists that you off the top of the head? Oh, I know that's probably a shocker when I asked you a question.
Oh, you asked me a question.
Nope, Kat's got her tongue. Michelle lives winter, so you don't.
Well, that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
when I talk to my friends, and like last night, it was 6:30. It was pitch black outside. I finished dinner. All my jobs were done for the day. My teenage children don't need me to manage them.
I love that.
I said, see you later. And I gladly went up into my bed and rotted. And it's like, kind of like, what else you got to do?
Nothing.
Relax.
No, you are full on in this mindset of January isn't for resolutions, it's for roots.
I really feel that way.
You're rooting.
I'm rooting.
You're rooting so you can grow.
And thriving.
And thriving.
Rooting and thriving.
You guys, I did call her like last night at this moment she's talking about at around like 7, and I literally could barely get a legible sentence out of you.
Should never have answered
no,
my phone.
I was like, I had something really excited I was sharing with her too. And she was like, yeah, that
I'm
sounds
here for
good.
it.
I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
I'll see you tomorrow.
I don't know why I even picked up the phone.
I don't either.
So sorry.
That's okay. Don't worry
I
about
didn't
it.
meet you where you were then.
That's all right. I'm not worried about it. Okay, more expert tips. Channel and change your lighting. Opting for cool light like blue or white tones helps promote focus, while warmer light, which ranges from yellow to orange, will help you calm down and relax after a stressful day.
I got to tell you something. Funny story. Our brother Ben was in our house, and we have 2 lights that did not have great light bulbs in them. And
did he come back with different light bulbs?
Ben was like, "What are we doing here?"
I love it.
He's like, "This is bad vibes." Immediately, we went and got
Ace
proper
Hardware
warm light bulbs. And the next day I was like, what do you think? He
Game
goes,
changer.
Much better. And I was like, and the thing, it's so stupid. I'm like, I fucking hated it. I hated the way I felt when those lights were on. So I rarely turned them on.
Oh, no.
What? Lighting is
everything.
A game changer.
If you come to our home around like 3:34, the house has been transformed into like a cozy
Charles
lit
Dickens
cave.
Barely just have electricity.
I have every night, I have a candle on my front stoop that I light for passerbys.
Yeah.
I want them to know that even on the outside, I am offering warmth and hope.
Love it.
Yes. And then come on in, and it's a winter motherfucking wonderland.
It
I got
is.
2 winter trees.
Got your
3 if you count my Christmas tree that's still up. Only lit, no ornaments. Third recommendation from experts, pick up slow hobbies to help you thrive during the winter. During the summer, for instance, you just might not have the time that you want for baking, for knitting. Everyone's on the go. What are you going to do?
And also, it's like,
what are you bringing? Your yarn at the pool?
Yeah, what are you going to sit with hot material on your body? What are you going to crank up your oven to 350 to cook the shit out of something? No, it's a
do
different
that
feel now.
That's the thing. And that's kind of what I love about this one specifically is like really diving into the seasons, recognizing obviously that it's cold out and you're going to do things that are a little bit more cold weather centric. For instance, Sexy Jan, she crochets all of the kids' Christmas ornaments. And I was talking to her on Christmas Eve. This year, her theme was mice. Was everyone's mice or just okay? Super freaking cute. And I just love. You guys must have like a collection of 25.
Our whole tree is
crocheted.
Our whole tree is covered in
I'm
ornaments.
obsessed.
We have so many.
I asked her how was it going with for next year's. Does she know the theme? They're done.
They're done.
They're done.
And talk about like the fullest, most delightful life filled with simple pleasures
and slowing down
single day. Literally, she should be the host of the show.
Yeah, what the hell are we doing?
She is a pro.
She's a pro. We've talked about your in-laws and how proficient they are in slowing down. Tap into scent. I'm really excited to share this one. If we can get a wide screenshot, you will see my log cabin up on my mantle here. That is an homage to my mom. Our mom, she had one of those. But she also specifically, I'm going to put this real close to my face so you could see it.
No, you have to do like the kids do where you put your hand behind
like
it.
I hate that. It's so
it
annoying.
It triggers me, but do it.
Here, you guys. Do you guys see this?
Can you bust that open? I want to smell one.
Yeah, so this is the Payne's Balsam Fir Incense.
Does it smell like the one Mom used to burn?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Because I bought some that didn't smell like that.
I'll send you home with a whole bunch of these. They smell more like
Where did you get these?
On Amazon. I actually, you know what's funny? I went to a small business.
Can I take a couple of these?
Absolutely. I went to Una Maze, one of my favorite small shops here in the city, specifically to support them and get this. And they sold out, so I had no choice. I did make the effort. I drove. I paid for parking. Alas, I had to go on Amazon. In any case, this is, the experts talk about what scents from your childhood.
It is one of the most nostalgic scents. I felt like I was the lighter of those things when we were young. I used to put it on our buffet in the dining room.
It's so special. And they talk about like bringing that back. And maybe if you're more into, the balsam fir, whether it's candles, stovetop simmer, potpourri, essential oils, just bring in scents. And honestly, sometimes it might just be what you're baking.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. A lot of times it is what is in my oven or on my stove that reminds me of something from back in the day.
And it makes your home smell good and it's cozy. Another one, this one was random and I didn't expect this one.
I loved it.
Invent a holiday.
Yes, a post-season event to look forward to.
Yeah, and you're kind of doing that, by the way.
Kind of am.
I know that we talked about the other day. But it's about just bringing people together. So these experts talked about the February feast that they came up with. After months of planning, the couple that they were talking about in this article hosted what became a new tradition. And the menu, the theme of the night was like winter turning into spring. So it went from like heavier food to lighter foods, more like fall, winter, and then it leaned into like spring, summer. Even in their cocktails, they did that. But the idea was that winter is all about like, wait, things are going to get brighter and better and the sun's going to come out and whatnot. And then after dinner, the guests wrote something down that they hope to let go of in the coming months. And then the group went to a nearby beach and burned the pile of paper.
You know, speaking from our last episode talking about the paper burning, there is just something real cathartic about burning shit. On New
Year's, I did a solo
burn sesh.
Burn sesh outside and with the bonfire. And there is, if you take time and like, it really helps you slow down. Especially if you're like doing a little bit of a ritual, like writing down what you want to let go of, and then you watch it burn. You're kind of taking a moment to just be with yourself or with whoever you're doing it with. It's beautiful. And fire obviously is so warming. Speaking of that, I'm going to throw in an expert opinion here. Do bonfires outside in the cold. I know it sounds freaking nuts, but it is so cozy. And if you go anywhere else in the world, we've gone to places like Austria,
Montreal,
Quebec, Montreal. In the winter, fires are going outside and people are sipping on a little like cordial, something like, or even a beer, or even a hot cider, just sitting outside and enjoying the time in the fresh air outside. It's amazing. Commit to more time outside. Spend 15 more minutes than you usually would outside each day during winter. I know that's asking of a lot, but people who actually do this and get dressed up and go outside are often surprised by how nice it is. It's refreshing.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times I walk outside and we're not even halfway into the walk and my coat's open and unzipped.
Yes, you get hot.
You're hot.
It's beautiful. And it's like fresh air. There is something different about winter air that I think far surpasses like the hot mugginess of summer.
Yes, because it feels like to most people that, have clear lungs and are able to breathe easy, it feels cleaner or something. It's not so stifling.
It's not so heavy.
It's not so heavy, thick.
Yeah, it's really lovely. And the last one is to speak kindly about winter. And this is, I think, just all about mindset and perspective and shifting perspective and not talking shit. Anthony.
All right, I'll work on it.
Yeah.
Please.
I have
It's
been
so
better.
simple.
He's been better over the years. It's probably because you live with me and we haven't moved.
No, it's because I have a little lady and I have to keep
that's
up
for sure. Yes. Yeah, that's right. It has nothing to do with me. You do a very good job though. He gets her outside and actually yesterday she got a camera for Christmas and they went outside on a photography walk.
That is so cute.
It is cute, I think it's really cool that she's being brought up to spend a lot of time outside as well.
And kids are seals. They don't feel cold. They don't get cold.
So weird.
I remember watching Will outside and I would be like, oh my God, he's going to get pneumonia and then we're going to be in the hospital. I'm like, you cold, buddy? And he's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, it's been 7 hours. He's like, I'm building an igloo. Okay.
But you have been better,
cute.
Anthony.
I've been better.
You have, yeah. But the whole idea here is to train yourself to speak, and I think it goes along with anything in life, is if the way you think and speak about something is how you feel about something.
It's true.
So if you open the door and instead of being like, God fucking damn it, it's cold outside, I hate it here, and you open the door and go, ooh, it's brisk, this is kind of refreshing. Maybe I'll just stand here. Actually, Anthony and I were talking the other day. Where did we read?
Yeah, I don't know. I think we saw it in separate places, but I think in Scandinavia they do that. Whatever, there's a word for it, of course, but it's where they have I think adults and kids, like
before you leave.
Yeah, like before you're about to like zip up your coat, you open the door and stand there and let the cold air hit you.
It's like a cold.
It's like a way to it's a way to acclimate.
Yeah.
I guess it's not so much that the cold air makes you sick. You know how we think, you're gonna get sick, but it's more like your body.
I think it's more the bad attitude.
If it goes into a quick
sick.
change, it goes into like a trauma response.
Yeah.
And it shocks your
and then it's stress.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a way to acclimate and alleviate that.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, but again, slowing down instead of rushing out to the door.
Pause.
Stand. In fact, every morning I'm the first one to get up. I usually open the back door and just stand there for a few minutes. It's really
in the best kind of way.
It's kind of like having a cup of coffee before your cup of coffee.
I thought you were just like debating on leaving your family.
Nope,
not that day.
Questioning
I'm having
out
good days.
Okay.
I've been having good days lately. I had one bad hiccup. I didn't want to leave the family, but it does happen.
You know what? Sometimes we say things.
Yeah, we do say things, don't we now? All right, you guys, let's take a word. So those are our expert tips for our listeners, our dear whiffs, who we know some of you out there embrace the winter and some of you out there struggle with it. I would love if you guys can write in to us at the Sister Project at contact@thesisterprojectblog.com and tell us how you're embracing the winter or how you're struggling with it. I think it goes both ways. And we would love to hear if there's anything that you've taken from the podcast that you've been incorporating into your life and how is it going? And now a word from our sponsor.
Yay!
This week's episode is sponsored by Posey Law Group. And if you recall from last week's podcast episode, we were talking about the one and only PLG Maven Group that they had started last year. We were part of it. And now they're doing different cohorts this year. There's one that has started. There'll be another one in February. It's for female founders. But the thing about Posey Law Group is that is just part of what they do. Stephanie Posey is our full transparency. She is our lawyer for our business. And she has helped guide us in so many ways. Not only does she have killer book recommendations, but she's got incredible legal advice.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things I think she helped us with is
protecting our brand.
And she helps entrepreneurs as well. Hence why she has the Maven Group to help female founders thrive in the business setting. But if you also work with her as a business or as an individual and lawyer, first of all, she's so down to earth and
easiest person to talk
to. Like that also makes it. And she talks to she meets you where you are, But yeah, she has really helped us in making sure that our business is protected. But something else that she does that you might not know about is she does estate planning as well.
Yep.
What did you say she calls it?
I remember when we first met Stephanie and we were talking, she was sharing, there was a passion you sensed from Stephanie about the importance and the necessity to making sure that your estate is buttoned up, essentially.
Yes.
And she referred to a buttoned up estate as a love letter to your family. And that really kind of moved me when I heard it for the first time, because you and I joke now later that when our mom died, there was no love letter. Well, there was a love letter after I got involved to help save it.
Not from mom, though. Mom
was not in. She did not have that prepared, and it was actually
very stressful,
fucking nightmare.
Yeah, and I think looking back now, or if my elderly loved ones needed to have an estate plan, and now knowing Stephanie and what she does and the power of having an estate plan, I would encourage my loved ones. We're at a position now where we don't have to encourage anyone to do that because it has all been taken care of. But I think this is for our listeners as well. If you have loved ones who you know that their estate has not been dealt with,
or you haven't talked about
it,
I feel like that was the advice that Stephanie gives there is so strong, because she really empowers her clients to not only take care of their own estates for their own families, but helps sort of offer ways in which to approach the conversations with older parents that perhaps you've not had that conversation yet. You don't know even where or how or what to do. She's not only a source and a resource, but she is a family, like a state counselor.
Yeah, well, she really likes to, I think she takes pride in the fact that she is a collaborative lawyer, where I think that when it comes to like having these discussions with your loved ones, she can really help facilitate that and kind of see what's going on over here. How can we all work together to make sure everything's buttoned up? So for however long your loved one has left, there's not that kind of added stress towards the end.
Perfectly stated.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That came right out of my brain.
See what happens when we use it?
You know what?
Gosh golly.
I know, gosh golly. Now, I didn't make this part up. Posey Law Group is a law firm with heart. And that is 100% true. It's a female-founded law group that was founded in 2009. It's right downtown LaGrange. And if you are looking for any of these needs, also looking to close on your house, of course, as we mentioned, sign your estate documents or open the doors to your new business, Stephanie Posey is who you want to get in touch with. So be sure to check out Posey Law Group at poseylawgroup.com and tell them that the Sister Project sent you. And thank you, Posey Law Group, for sponsoring our podcast. We are so fortunate to have her in our corner as our collaborator. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, moving on to reading, watching, and listening to. Michelle, I am reading a book that you gave me, I think right around the time that Luna was born. I am reading The Danish Way of Parenting, What the Happiest People in the World Know About Raising Confident, Capable Kids. And let me tell you something, this has been a game changer. I am literally implementing so much of what I read on a daily basis in how I communicate and work with Luna. Basically, PARENT is an acronym in this book. It's an American woman married to a Dane, and she is astounded by how calm, cool, and collected he is, and then decided to say, like, what else is there we should know about how Danes?
What else can I take from this?
So PARENT is P, play, authenticity, reframing, empathy, no ultimatums, and togetherness. And it's a very wholesome, easy parenting book. And you'll realize you're probably doing a lot of things right and then maybe need to tweak a couple things. Easy read, great for parents of all kids, all ages.
And, I was just thinking about how, like gathering information and learning from a book, there's something so relaxing about it. You're not feeling like pressure. You're in a calm, cozy spot. You're opening this thing. You're learning, taking what you want, not taking what you don't want. And I'm going real off track here, but I'm comparing taking that information from the inundation and the information overload that we get on rapid fire if we choose to doom scroll all day. Again, just like a compare and contrast. See how, notice how you feel when you crack that book versus
compared to
every
50
talking
memes,
head.
50 memes of how to parent.
Yeah.
No, Michelle, I completely agree with you.
It's just
couldn't agree with you more, because I do see some of that, like cool parenting, how to, and they're great gems of wisdom on Instagram, but they just don't land the way
that's what I'm trying to say.
And with that being said, I wanted to say that, yes, this is a parenting book, but this is a great book for nannies, grandparents, aunts, uncles, teachers, anyone who has a child in their life, because it really helps you get on their level in a really cool way.
Love that.
What are you reading?
A little bit different. I'm reading a novel. I am reading Mona's Eyes by Thomas Schlesser. And just for FYI, this was Barnes & Noble's book of 2025. So when I walked in there the day after Christmas, I did not know that Barnes & Noble was having their biggest sale of the year. And there were stacks and stacks of this book. You said it was their number one book?
Book of the year.
Oh, okay. So I'm like, after Jan mentioned it to me, this was on her list. I'm like, well, I'm getting this book. Anyway, Mona's Eyes is about a young girl whose name is Mona, and she is potentially losing her eyesight. So her grandfather decides that every Wednesday they are going to go and look at a piece of art. They live in France. They're visiting the Louvre.
Oh, I didn't realize they lived in France. I thought this was American based.
No. And this book was actually translated, originally written, I think, in we'll stop there. Anyway, fake news.
We're going to find out that it was actually written like in Amsterdam.
Something like that. Anyway, so basically each chapter is about a piece of art.
Like a real painting, obviously.
Or a sculpture.
Okay.
And so Mona and her grandfather have a chat. You're following them go to these different places, and grandpa's saying, like, we're going to go see, example, the David, whatever. He's not at the Louvre, but you catch my drift.
The Mona Lisa.
The Mona Lisa. There. But we haven't gotten there yet, but
okay.
Yes. And he describes these pieces of art they're described so well. You can see it with your mind's eye.
How is he giving the history of it?
Well, he's describing what you're seeing
like
first.
The medium.
And then they're having a conversation about these pieces. And he's
this
asking
is very cool.
her how you're feeling when you are seeing this. Did you know that Michelangelo was very particular? All of these things. It's like one of the most interesting ways to learn art history that I've ever read. I've read a few other books. I've read Michelangelo and the Pope's Ceiling, loved it. I read The Agony and the Ecstasy, loved it. They were all about Michelangelo, but this is giving like such a wide like overview of all of these different pieces of art, and it's making me like view art in a different way, in a more like, I don't know, I'm so curious. I'm finding myself looking up these images online to see exactly what they're talking about.
Does it make you want to go to like the art institute?
Yes, I told Ryan, I said, yeah, well, here's me. I'm like, take me to the Louvre.
Well,
and
that was like, my other question.
Yes, ma'am. You know, all of these things.
The Louvre is like definitely on my bucket list.
There's some cool, like, there are some cool social media accounts that delve into this sort of thing.
Like art history.
Yeah, like mysteries behind certain pieces of art and like what it means.
Yeah, very cool.
Yes.
Very cool.
It's a great read.
In high school, we had a teacher, Mr. Schnitzernagel. What was his name?
Spitznagel.
He was
he art history?
Yeah, but I didn't learn a goddamn thing.
Same.
Because he was terrifying and he growled and he looked like a creature from Dark Crystal. And
I hated that movie. And now I hate Mr. Schlitzer.
He had a smell about him.
Oh, there was so much going on. It was so chaotic. And I resent the fact that, I mean, listen, maybe he had a lot more to offer and I was just a silly kid, but like I couldn't learn anything because it was just so like not a learning experience.
Yeah.
So I will be reading this.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, and I've said this about so many books that I've read over the years. If somebody would have just handed me this instead of taught it to me that way, I feel like the education would have just been a different experience. And that is very much, this is a way to learn art history, in my opinion, in a really enjoyable,
super cool,
like cozy way.
Okay, amazing. I am sold. So Michelle, moving on to watching, I watched 2 docs that I would recommend. The Lost Children, which is the story of the 4 children who survived the plane crash in Colombia. Where were they? Were they in Colombia? Yeah, and they went down.
The parents died?
Were they the mom did. Plane? The mom did.
Was the mom in the plane with them?
Yeah,
and the dad wasn't?
And the dad wasn't there. There was some family stuff going on, but she passed away in the Amazonian jungle, basically. That's where they landed. I mean, we know what that must have been like.
Rough spot.
Yes. But the 4 children did survive. Thankfully, the eldest sibling cared for them, including an 11-month-old. But I wish they showed more about their survival and how they survived and like what they drank. And she did tell a story that she had to kill a snake and whatnot. But what was very cool and heartwarming was about the government. There's a lot of turmoil between the government and the indigenous people, like in all countries usually. And they came together, they joined forces to help find these children. And it was the indigenous people. I mean, these government people had helicopters, radars, all the things you can imagine to find 4 lost kids. And it was the indigenous people going by like gut intuition, nature, listening to the jungle spirits. They did an ayahuasca ceremony and they found these freaking kids.
How long were
40
they missing?
days.
Wow.
The other so I highly recommend it. The other doc I watched is the Scouts Honor, The Secret Files of the Boy Scouts of America. I'm not going to get too deep in this, but it was something I've been wanting to watch. Listen, I knew about the kids getting in the airplane crash, so I saw this. I was like, I got to watch. I want to know what else happened. And then I knew about the sex abuse scandal going on in the Boy Scouts from years back. And for me, I'm like, okay, I got to watch this. It's really hard to watch, but besides all the really heavy stuff and the brave survivors that came forward to tell their story and like really try to transform the Scouts, which I don't know if they really have. What I really took away from this are the people who fight for these people. There was one guy who fought tirelessly to take people down, to advocate for the boys, to change the way we tell on to put in a phone system, which this is where I get infuriated. This guy wanted to start an 800 number so that these kids, if something happens to them, they can call up. Because his theory was that kids want to take control of the situations themselves, especially when you're in a situation that you're not in control of. Let them talk to someone, let them pick up the phone. what do you know? The Scouts of America didn't want to do that. They didn't want to set things up to help advocate for them. So there was a lot of that going on. But it's if you have the stomach to stomach this and you can watch something like this, I would recommend it. It just goes to it just shows how systems are really fucked up. And again, like Mr. Rogers says, you do get an opportunity though to watch the helpers and see the people who really, really fought to make it a safer organization. And at the end of it, he says it's still not a safe organization, which is unsettling, but two good docs if you're into things like this. Again, not uplifting. So I apologize, but that's the kind of content I consume.
Okay. Well, moving on to what I'm watching.
You're watching Pluribus, which is not uplifting.
It's so
weird.
Right. So here, I'm going to read what the description I found states. Okay. Pluribus is a gender bending post.
What? Wait, no, Michelle, not gender bending.
Sorry, genre.
I was like, what part of it was gender bending?
Oh my God. All right.
We're keeping that in.
Okay.
It's a genre bending.
Can't even read. What is
Half
happening
the people are
to
like,
me?
I'll never fucking watch that.
Okay. Yep. Genre bending post-apocalyptic sci-fi drama. Okay. This is what I don't understand.
Wait, is that all you want to say?
Okay, here we go. And all right, here we go. There it is. Fine, whatever. It follows a lady named Carol Sturka, who is she's a writer, and she finds herself as one day being one of the only people that is immune to this. Or do we call it a virus?
Kind of.
What?
They call it a global event, but
I'd say like a phenomenon.
Yeah.
Okay, that is transforming all of humanity. Now, this is where this is different than most apocalyptic,
right?
Where all of humanity is peaceful and interconnected in what they call like this hive mind. It's like a shared mind, right?
It's
where like
so weird.
everybody,
I watched some of it. Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
The hive mind part's creepy.
Okay. Carol is trying, she's alone, okay? And she's trying to figure out how to
save the world.
This, basically.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm shocked you like this show.
I don't know what's going on, and I don't know why I like it. I texted
That's probably why you like it.
My friend. I was working out with my ladies yesterday, and we talk about what we're reading, watching, and listening through our workout. And she shared that her sister's watching it. So I texted her and I said, "I heard you're watching Pluribus." And she wrote, "Yes, we loved it." I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. And she said, "Same, but we still loved it." So, Anthony, what the fuck is going on?
Don't look to me. I have no idea. No, I mean,
you did finish it though. You haven't finished it.
I'm halfway
so
through.
You're getting
halfway.
closer. I mean, you still totally won't know by the end of it, but you'll have a little more answers.
The dude is he in Mexico? Where is
Argentina?
Argentina? Where is the gentleman that won't take her calls?
He's in South America somewhere.
And he is same as her.
Yes.
He's immune.
He's immune.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just keep
and
going.
There are some other people who are immune, but it's very small. It's like 11 people in the whole world. But yeah, I think for that, it is a little bit slow and maybe tedious, but it's Vince Gilligan who created and wrote all of Breaking Bad pretty much.
Got it.
Did you watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Better Call Saul, which I never finished, but it's, some people argue that's better than Breaking Bad. But anyway, he's a good writer. And I feel like he knows what he's doing. So I trust in him.
Yeah.
And so even if it's slow or even if it's a little tedious, which I think that's the point, it's kind of like this would be freaking maddening to be her.
Exactly. And that lends itself to the whole, like she's literally doing her own investigation, like trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Because it would be easy just to be like, all right, it's not so bad and kind of be like a clown, like that one guy or have you seen the guy living in Vegas yet?
No.
Oh, you haven't gotten to that yet. Okay. I think that's coming up after your episode.
Got it.
But yeah, I think there's a lot of potential with it. The concept is really good.
It's different. It's the hive mind thing. That's actually a creepy part of it.
It's creepy, but it's also like very Pleasantville-ish, where you're like, you can get anything you want. The grocery store, just, all right, we'll fully stock it.
It's also super, it's funny too. Like when she's like, "Can I get some heroin?" And they're like, yes, you can. We don't recommend it. And she's like, "How about you get me some?"
Wait till you see what she gets at the end of that series.
Okay.
I'm entertained. That's why I'm watching.
I'm glad you're on.
I'm entertained. Like she makes me laugh.
Yeah,
her
Carol's
character,
interesting.
Her character is hilarious.
Yeah, she's from Better Call Saul too.
Got it.
I like Carol.
Yeah. Carol's cool. So yeah, I am watching it, and I think I told you in a previous episode I refused to watch it, and then
that's right, you did.
Yep, I was like, I ain't watching that, and then it just kept coming up, and I keep, where I heard about it, Kara Swisher from the Pivot podcast. Am I saying her name correct? She's obsessed with this show, and I'm like, that's it. I'm gonna just give it a whirl.
Well, that leads us right into your listening.
Sure does.
So you're listening to the Pivot podcast. I don't know who Kara Swisher is, but I know who Scott Galloway is because I've seen him. He was making the circuit before Christmas about his most recent book.
Yes.
So what are these two like? And what is their podcast about? It's called Pivot Podcast.
Yes. And their themes are these two. It's a conversational style podcast. They sit down and they talk. They're talking tech, they're talking business, and they're talking politics. Kara's a journalist, by the way. And it's just a very real person conversation about, like, I'm curious to hear what their thoughts are on AI. I'm curious to hear, they share like their big stock. They're sort of like, they have fun with predictions in these areas. They're talking about, where we are in politics, their take on what's going on in Venezuela.
So they talk about like current events and stuff.
Totally.
Okay.
Current events, politics, economics, and what they're reading, watching, and listening to.
I love
that. They and it's fun. It's
they
like
probably
really
heard it from our
funny.
podcast.
Totally, they stole it from us. They did.
How did these two get matched up? You said that she's a journalist and he's an NYU professor.
I actually don't
and also
know. I don't
author.
know how this collaboration
are they just
was
friends?
formed.
They're not a couple.
They seem like they're friends.
Okay.
They seem like they give each other shit like friends would. They differ in certain areas. They align in certain areas, and they just have it's a great banter that I'm finding myself turning them on every time I'm in the car.
Okay, cool.
I'm looking at it. I like that it's like 40 something minutes to like an hour. Because some of these that are like 3 hours.
Oh God, who's got time for that?
They don't. They're busy. They're doing other things. It's like
can't.
It's fun.
Okay, cool. I'll tune in.
I think you'd like it.
Do they talk about, when we talk about current events, are they talking about like super current events? Like, like things that happen like days of? Okay.
Yeah. Did you, Anthony,
because like I listen to like my like, can you use them as like your news information, or is it more opinionated?
The U.S. takes charge of Venezuela.
Okay, so that's very new. Okay, that's what I'm wondering. Okay, cool.
Like Scott's
obviously
big
it's
tech
their
stock pick.
Okay.
The end of human driving. They're really it's very tech leaning.
Okay, so it's not just totally current events.
No.
It's also like trends.
I
and
would
what's
say
happening.
it's very much tech leaning into current.
Did you see that fucking robot Atlas?
No, what is it? What happened?
Just terrifying. It
Did it start
literally
beating the shit out of its maker yet?
No,
have you ever
but
seen
I
that?
feel like that will happen. No, but it like moves and dances, and it like makes a very human. It's a humanoid basically, or like a robot, but it's
cool. I'm scared.
Terrifying.
Run for the
It
hills.
was more like, what scared me at the beginning? The robotic dogs. And I thought that's where the buck would stop.
I hate them.
Okay. And now we are basically just living a Black Mirror episode every fucking day.
Are you guys going to get
Can I drop a TV show recommendation?
Yes, drop it. Drop it like it's hot.
And I know
this is
one
Anthony's segment. Drop
you
it
guys,
like it's hot.
this is Anthony's segment. Drop it like it's hot. What are you dropping? New segment.
I'm sure people have been talking about this show, and it's like got a lot of acclaim, but The Pit.
He is obsessed.
The Pit is the ER show with Noah Wiley.
I've heard so many people
Michelle,
talk
you
about
got to get
this.
on it because I couldn't get Lauren on it.
Well, it was really intense. I mean,
because I hear
but then again,
I mean, with the shit you watch.
I just
know, I
watched
can't
a whole
believe she said
whole
that.
documentary on
It's
sex
Michelle.
abuse.
It's good.
Okay, I have heard so many people.
And it's it's good to have like an ER, because I did kind of like ER shows.
I did
like,
too.
I liked ER.
Did you like Grey's Anatomy?
I got suckered in, but then I got to a point where I can't watch this anymore.
Colleen and I were obsessed with Grey's
But this
Anatomy.
is like, this is way more like, it seems more true to life. There's a little cheese here and there, but it's an HBO show, so it's not like a network watered down. It's intense, but it's
PITT or just PIT?
PITT because it's in Pittsburgh.
Oh,
and every it starts at like whatever 7 or 8 in the morning, and every hour is an hour of shift.
Okay.
So, but it's not like real time, like 24, but it's meant to be an hour.
Okay.
And it's
yeah,
good.
he was like, glued to it.
All right.
And
I am going to watch it.
It's crazy. It makes you appreciate like just the shit that they do and like the problem solving in the moment and all the various crazy things that they have to
Can't
fix.
even imagine what it would be.
And new
like.
season drops Thursday,
Is it
January 8th. So by the time this comes out, it will already be out.
Second season?
Second season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your drop
Heard
it like it's
first.
hot.
Drop it like
it's hot.
Anthony
By
Anthony Ciancio. All right.
Bringing it.
Dropping it. Okay, Michelle, housekeeping. We have a pig show coming up.
We do. February 6th, the pigs are playing at Ballydoyle in Downers Grove.
How fun.
Yeah.
And people can just show up.
Yeah, just come on in.
Ballydoyle
I think there's a little bit of
bar?
a ticket door fee.
As there should
Ballydoyle's
be.
bar, and they often host bands. There's a proper stage and the whole thing.
Fun.
I will struggle with the TVs that are all staring at me while we sing
Well,
because I have ADD.
don't put the pit on while Michelle's
Please,
singing.
whatever you do.
Okay, how fun.
Yeah.
Simple joy, a simple pleasure, simple joy. What is yours? Oh, I love yours.
My simple joy is working in my cozy cafe that I've created in my kitchen for God, I feel like it's been a year. I haven't had a kitchen table.
Wait, it's been a year without it?
I feel like March of a little less than a year. Let's say 10 months.
No shit.
Let's
It didn't
say
seem
10
like
months.
that as an outsider.
Yeah, but just we haven't had it. We did our bathroom downstairs, so we removed the kitchen table, the eat-in area, and for 17 years I've been unhappy with that space. It's kind of, I have a narrower kitchen, and I was determined to make it a cozy cafe feel, and mission accomplished. I'd like to thank.
Yeah, who are we thinking?
We're thanking LaGrange Upholstery. Jamie at
Jamie.
LaGrange Upholstery. She took our custom build that we had made, and she put the fabric on in time for Christmas.
And it was amazing.
And it is truly, it's not done. We still have to hang some lighting. We have to
okay. I
anchor
was gonna
that
say that
space with a
looks-
rug and stuff, but it is a cozy cafe.
It's a cozy cafe
vibe.
Christmas Eve, I was so just enamored by everyone sitting around in your cozy cafe.
Yeah.
Explain why it's a cozy cafe, though.
So what we did is we removed the table, and I had an L-shaped, you can call it a banquette, but it's not installed. It's not like a permanent piece that's built. It's a freestanding piece of furniture that we had custom built to fit that space. So it's an L-shaped couch, essentially. And then we put two 32-inch round
part.
pedestal tables.
Like bistro tables.
Like bistro tables. And it really does, it feels like forward facing, like you're not gathering around a table. You're sitting on two sides of it. But I was like, I want my kid, I felt like this was going to be a great space for my kids to do their homework.
It's beautiful.
It's a great spot to sit and work. Morning coffee is
it's a vibe in there.
It's a vibe.
And what I was going to say about Christmas, I wanted people to know the setup of it first, because what I witnessed for what I felt like was 2 hours was everyone sitting there. So people pulled up chairs to sit around playing that hygge game. So the hygge game is it's a conversational starter. But our family dove into it. And that was a really cute idea. You put those cards out at the table setting, the place settings.
And everyone did it.
Everyone was doing it. It was fun.
It made me so happy.
I was really happy worthy.
Yeah.
Your cozy cafe is
Cozy Cafe is open. Come anytime.
It's amazing.
You're invited with only certain people.
People are going to be showing up at your door.
Actually, I'm revoking.
Send that.
I changed my mind. Just call me and I'll let you know if you've got in.
Exactly.
Okay.
My simple pleasure, and maybe people won't, I don't care. My simple pleasure is my 6 o'clock Pilates. This is a game changer for me. I don't usually do mornings like that. But it is, I have found I'm trying to really lean into what does my time of days look like, and how do I want to stress less? And if I don't get my exercise in, I do get a little stressed out, and I want that movement. I need it for my body, my brain, all the good things. And I wake up with joy in my heart to go. It's this Legree, I've mentioned in the last podcast, Legree Pilates. We were in Florida last month visiting Dad, and I walked by a Pilates studio. I didn't even know what it was. I walked by, then I walked in with Luna, and I was like, what is this? And she told me all about Legree and the reformer. And I said, done, let's do it. I'm signing up. And that is when I started and fell in love with it. I've never done a reformer Pilates class before. And now I know why so many people like it.
Never looked better when I did that Pilates.
It's amazing.
Body transformation.
I'm working on different areas that I've never really tapped into, because that machine really does offer isolate and offer a lot of different opportunities to do things differently. It's really phenomenal.
Because if I remember correctly, like Pilates, I did reformer Pilates, which is similar.
Yeah, I
it
think
really stabilizes the core.
Yes.
While you are using your legs or your arms.
So many things. But then we're literally, yes, your core is stabilized, but I love these side glutes that we're getting into, the oblique. I mean, it's just, and honestly, it's a joy because I feel like I teach Pilates, mat Pilates, I teach yoga. I love going on nature walks. And it's been a minute since I've really found something that I'm kind of want to get addicted to.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Fitness wise. Yeah. And it's been a joy.
Good for you.
Yeah, I love it.
Good for you.
I'm having
that.
fun.
It's awesome.
Great, you guys.
Wow.
Great episode.
Zinger.
Super cozy. New Drop It Like It's Hot
Drop
segment.
it like it's hot. Wow. Drop it like it's hot.
And I think that can go for any watching, reading, listening
Yeah,
to. Drop it like it's hot.
Drop it.
Drop it. Drop it like it's hot, buddy. That's what you're here for. Thank you, by the way. That's Anthony, you guys. If you haven't noticed, that's Anthony chiming in. It's my husband. He's also our director, producer, light man, cameraman.
Attention to detail, man.
I'm still working on the lighting. Still perfecting.
Oh my God. He would say that because now he's like, someone's going to see a shadow. But we are very grateful for him. And Whiffs, we are very grateful for you. And you just heard all the hard work that we do here. Tune in, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's the Sister Project channel. You'll find all of our hard work there.
Yep.
Share it with your friends. Stream us on your television. Sign up for our newsletter. Everything's in show notes. And as always,
stay cozy with.